Hello darlings, it's BB. This is Pure Red Velvet. I am back for episode 2 of my 2024 deck collection. We are very crooked right now, and that is bothering me because when does it not? Okay, I think that's whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so today's is really fun. We're doing minis and majors, and I'm including oracle minis as well as tarot minis. Disclaimer, I think a couple of these oracles are probably like playing card size, and maybe not everyone would consider an oracle that's a playing card size a mini, but I'm kind of categorizing it in the way that like anything that's smaller than a tarot standard size is going to be a mini in my book. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Okay, and that's not counting like oddly shaped ones. So like, for example, Dark Days Tarot is smaller than tarot size, like as in it's shorter because it's a square, but it's also wider because it's a square. So I don't consider that a mini because like area, like surface area wise, it's probably about the same as a standard tarot, if that makes sense. What do we start with? Let's start with mini tarot decks. So this was a gift from one of my oldest friends, the Line Strider Tarot Mini. I actually got the Line Strider Tarot not for myself, but for my mom because, I don't know, I just find it to be really cute, like, an airy deck. My mom isn't an air sign, but she is a Virgo, which is kind of air of earth, if you will. And also, that one just slid out. And also, she is an Aquarius moon, so she does have that air energy, and she's a Sag rising. And I just felt like this felt like a very like mutable, cool deck. Anyway, that was the standard one that I got her. This mini one is really cute. Oh my God, I love that Page of Pentacles. I have to say though, I never use this deck, but it is like undoubtedly like very beautiful. So I feel like I should. This has always been a card I really liked. So yeah, okay. This is the Line Strider. It is, oh, I guess I should say I'm really bad at this. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It was created by Siella Thompson. She's a pretty prolific deck creator. She has several decks out. You will see later in my collection other decks of hers that I do own, Oracle and Tarot. And yeah, this one I believe was her first. I don't know if it was her first. I think it was her first tarot, but either way, a goodie. And like, so I kind of prefer having the mini than having the larger one because it just means that I can travel with it better. I think I need to get a bag for it though, because like this is gonna fall out. This is gonna get ruined in my purse if I take it anywhere. But I want to. Editing BB here. I did have this deck at one point in the standard size, and I think that's what I gifted to my mom. I don't know, before anyone who saw my 2022, I think, deck collection and wants to call me out on it. I remember now. The next one I have was also a gift from a friend. This is the Aleister Crowley Thoth Pocket Swiss Tarot deck by US Games. Oh yeah, okay. The classic Thoth backs. These are one of my favorite backs ever. I have not studied Thoth as of yet, so I'm not one of those really fun smarty pants that knows all about it, but the images have always really appealed to me, even more so than the Rider-Waite-Smith. I feel like people are either, like drawn into tarot by RWS or by Thoth, or I guess Marseille as well. But you kind of like are drawn inherently to one system just based off of the images. And if you were to set all three, especially the cup suit. I just can't get over the cup suit. All three structures in front of me and told me to pick one, it would definitely be the Thoth. So this will definitely serve a purpose in the future. I'm really happy that I have it. I'm so grateful that someone thought of me. I wouldn't even own a Thoth deck if it wasn't for my friend who got this for me. So that's really fun. And it's just, you know, exists in my collection for reference and also waiting its turn. And we love that for it. We have the Spirit Speak Tarot. I had been interested in this deck on and off, and then I ended up getting it in a trade this year, and I'm so stoked because it is really cool. It's one of what some refer to in the community as a doodle deck, which I'm a fan of. It's a black and white deck, which I'm also a fan of. And I don't know, I really like the black backgrounds. I like the large text. I'm someone who loves typeface and words and composition. So there's just something very like punk rock, grassroots cool about the verbiage. I guess not the verbiage, because that's like the words, and the words are the same as a regular deck, but the type, I guess, or the font in this deck. It has a lot of like kinetic energy going on. You know? I don't know if I addressed our background, but I'm filming this the day after Christmas, and like it is what it is, and I like it, so we're keeping it. I hope you enjoy. So this is the Spirit Speak Tarot, and this is by like a company or a group. Here we go. Oh no, it's by Mary Elizabeth Evans in Oakland, California in 2014. But I think the like art collective or the LCC name is Spirit Speak, because there are other decks. Yeah, Spirit Speak. No, this doesn't confirm anything. But there is a deck that I have, like I mentioned, Dark Days. I believe that's a Spirit Speak Tarot as well. I think it's the same company. If it's not the same, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to look it up, and then I'll probably edit something in here to let you know what the heck I'm talking about. But I'm positive there are more Spirit Speak decks. Maybe the Dark Days isn't one of them. But I'm going to stop putting my foot in my mouth, and I will come up with some receipts in post. Thank you, Editing BB. Okay, that's my cue. Dark Days and Mother Tarot, which I already knew are the same artist, independent of the Spirit Speak decks. And the Spirit Speak decks include the Iris Oracle, the Vessel Oracle, the Spirit Speak Tarot, the Apparition Tarot, as well as the Divina Tarot and the Pixie Oracle. Yeah, wow, I have a lot of these. Next is the Very Little Tarot by Trungles. This is the same artist that did the Star Spinner. This is just a little cutesy pip deck that I love. I've shown it before. It was in my last deck collection video series. It comes with a little booklet, 13 quick reference cards, which look like this. Super cute. This is the little booklet. Also very cute, but very small, like very minimal. 80 cards, including secondary variants for the Magician and the Lovers. I keep everything in here. And it's by Trungles and distributed by Ouijapedia. Ouijapedia? Yeah, I think it's Ouijapedia. Here are the backs. I will always try to remember to show you the backs, but who knows. The cups are all these little merfolk, and they are adorable. We have some majors in here. The swords are scissors. How cute is that? Ah, okay. So good. The wands are fairies. Wow, interesting. I don't think I've ever thought about this deck. The coins are, I think they're all bunnies. I was gonna say, I've never thought about this deck as like a fae or like fantasy deck, but it definitely is. I'm trying to find more coins. I guess I went through them all. How cute. So cute. I love that Hierophant. Oh, there's a sword. Oh, the Knight of Swords. I'm like, there's a sword that doesn't have scissors. Oh my gosh. It is adorable. And that is the Very Little Tarot by Trungles. I haven't seen this one a lot. I don't know if that means that it's like out of print. If it's in print, I'll find a link. Another black and white mini is the Inversion Tarot. This is in a tin. This is by Jody Boginski Barbesi, and it's US Games. I first saw this on 22 Zine's channel. And he had this in his, I think, favorite backs, and I have to agree. It's one of my favorite backs as well. And it's adorbs. It packs a punch, as we like to say around here. Very pippish, not quite Marseille, even though it looks like the court cards and the majors look like they're in sort of a, oh no, I lie. It's not, it doesn't. I was gonna say they kind of look like they're in a Marseille tradition. They aren't. It looks like an RWS tradition with a Marseille illustration style and just a regular pip minor. It's a lot going on, but it's very cute, very accessible, something that I could take to like a party and do a reading. Yeah, some of these look like Marseille and some of them look like RWS when it comes to the face cards. I don't know if they're called face cards in tarot, but they're called face cards in playing cards, in poker and things like that. Next is the Black Lily Major Arcana Tarot deck by Aya Rosen. And this is called Major Arcana Tarot, but it has 78 cards in it, so it's not just a majors. This is a confronting deck. Let's see, the backs are cute. Focus and go. Okay. This is an indie deck. Where did I get this? I don't remember. Let me see. It's from 2015. I wonder if it has somewhere that you can purchase it. I'll find the link. I know I bought it online. It's a small guidebook, but it really does like have interesting write-ups, and it's obvious that it's done by the creator, which is cool, instead of just kind of copying and pasting from an RWS. I like this deck because it gives me like a Riot Girl type of grunge vibe, very like early to mid 90s, maybe even late 80s alternative, but it also gives me like, I feel like you're going to be hearing this a lot, but it makes sense because it's what I'm into, which is like, it gives me a 20s, 30s, 40s vibe in the vintage style lingerie that is shown in this deck. So obviously you're not going to see as much in that type of era when it comes to like the posture or the hairstyles and things like that. But in some of the clothing, you do. I'm trying to see if I can find one. Like that hair kind of is 40s, and that's like a little teddy. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it. It's like now that I'm looking. like something like this with stockings and a traditional like one-piece slip dress that probably has like the garters attached. Lots of nudity in this deck. I'm just gonna give you a disclaimer now. Oh, here we go. Here's like a bullet bra. Here's a kind of a girdle with like a classic, sorry, it's blurry. Okay, so here's your bullet bra, and then here's like a girdle with garter straps, and then like a classic style strapless bra, and kind of what looks to be either a sleeping mask, like pushed to the top of her head, or like one of those silk turbans that would kind of keep your hair nice and prevent it from getting staticky. Yeah, definitely a lot of like foundation wear in this deck, which is really interesting. And a clash of culture and time period. So that is the Black Lily Tarot deck by Aya Rosen. Next is the Stunning Tarot. I believe this is the 3rd edition. Yes, I think this is the 3rd edition. This is by Iona Tarot. This is an indie deck. And this is the only edition that was kind of a mini. It's a limited color palette. Each suit has a different theme. So we have like an Arabic style cups. We have an Egyptian style coins. We have, I believe, like a pagan, European witchy wands. And then the swords, let me see if I can find some. This is one of my favorite world cards. Swords are mermaids. How could I forget? And they're all in the end. I think because I did a mermaid. I haven't used this deck since I did my mermaid video. So all the mermaids are at the end. But they're beautiful. And that is the Stunning Tarot edition number 3, the mini. All of the editions also have like slightly different coloring as well, and different proportions on the cards. And these only become available like every so often when the creator will do a pre-order. And then like there may be some left over after the pre-order, but then once those are gone, it's gone. So you may be able to find this one. I don't think this is the most popular of the editions. So you may be able to find this one secondhand on like a buy, sell, trade post group thing. Yeah. The next is another tin, the Barbara Walker Tarot. A classic for any feminist witch lady person, not just ladies. I've talked about this before, but the colors in this like just inspire me so much. I'm always thinking about the colors in the Barbara Walker Tarot. I was about to say I wish this, like I had this in a full size, but honestly, I don't even think that's true. I don't think it's needed. It's super fun in this size. I think I can see everything pretty clearly. And this one is by US Games as well. I think they're like known for doing a lot of tins. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, like kind of gets really witchy, but I'm not mad at it. I just love the bold colors and the bold illustrations. Like Barbara Walker was just not afraid, you know? Not afraid to go there. There are mermaids in this deck as well. I want to see what year this came out originally. I think it was like the 80s, maybe, question mark. Yeah, 86. Oh, that was the year I was born. Very cool. This goes in and out of print, but I think you can still get it. I think. Again, I'll leave links. Okay, the last of my tins and also my mini tarots is the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot by Kim Kranz. So I purchased the Wild Unknown Standard Tarot when it was a indie deck. And now it is a mass market deck, and you can also get it in a tin. Very, very cute. Smaller than the Barbara Walker. Yeah, smaller and narrower. Shorter and narrower by just a tad. Or maybe just more narrow? I guess we could just look at them. It comes with a very thick guidebook. The backs are really cute. Different than the backs that I have for my standard, but the same as the mass market standard. Yes, they are much smaller. Let me see. Oh yeah. Itty baby. Really fun, actually, like a really fun size. Who is this printed by? Harper One. So Harper One does all of Kim Kranz's books. I'm sorry, and decks. She actually has books and decks. And I guess I can get into all the ones that she has later. I don't have all of them, but I have most of them. So this is the Wild Unknown, the famous, the infamous, the loved and hated, the first deck I ever had. Not this one, but this standard size. People have opinions on whether this should be like your first deck or not, or like whether this is appropriate if you're curious about it and, you know, but you maybe don't know the tarot. And you know what? If you want to learn a tarot deck intuitively, I say go for it. I say read this book and go for it, because I think it is intuitive. I think that the messages are great. And I think if you have this foundation and then you move to RWS or you learn Marseille or Thoth, like this is only going to help you, this knowledge, you know? I don't know. I like how it's like extra deep, the tin. Ah, my stupid camera. Yeah. So this is the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot. I guess they put pocket because pocket means it's smaller than mini. I don't know. Okay, we are on to our mini oracles. The first one I have is one I've shown not that long ago. It's the Lover's Oracle by Sulamith Wolfing. And this was Blue Star, and I think that it's out of print now. But I don't know, maybe it goes in and out. It has the meanings on the back, which are just quotes about love. Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Others stay for a while, leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never the same again. The love we have is God's gift to us, and what we do with it is our gift to God. Yeah. So it looks like it's kind of bowed. It looks like this. It's very like haunting and medieval and kind of weird, honestly. Kind of tragic, but I really dig it. It feels kind of wintry. Or late, yeah, I could do like some of these color stories like late summer, but it's got those evergreens in there. Oh yeah, this is winter for sure. Yeah, kind of just like a solemn, forlorn, soft, like tender in the sense of like being vulnerable and tender with like someone you love. But that is the Lover's Oracle. And this says it's copyright 2001. This is about the size of a playing card deck, maybe a little bigger, like, yeah, like a little bit bigger. This next one I didn't include in my playing card decks because A, I forgot I had it and I didn't know where it was, and B, I don't know, I guess I just consider this more, it's more like a Lenormand. Is that what I'm thinking of? I got it at Urban Outfitters. I did not pay $10, I don't think. I don't know, it doesn't have a sale price on it. So, oh, I probably got it half off because I worked there, which means I got it when I was about 18. I don't like the name of this deck. I think they've changed it, but it's been in print for a long time. It is by US Games. Editing BB here. I did look it up on US Games. They are still selling the original with the title Gypsy Witch, and they're also selling it in the Spanish edition, but there is a newer edition that looks like it was combining an existing book called Reading Fortune Telling Cards, a Romani approach. Is it Romani or Romani? A Romani approach? I don't know. And then, so now they're selling Reading Fortune Telling Cards deck and book set. So it does have the witch photo, or like, not photo, image on the front, illustration. And then it's surrounded in black. It's like it's similar to, maybe I'll just put a screenshot in if this is too complicated. But yeah, so you can purchase it without the silly name, I think. I hope. Unless what they're doing is in that set, which I hope they're not doing, is that the tuck box is the same inside, but like the title is different on the outside. I don't know. Okay, you're welcome. I remember, so this is really my first like divinatory deck, even though my mom had an angel oracle before I ever got a divinatory deck. She had, I think I was like around 8. Oh, they're like sticking together. Yeah, she had an angel deck. I think it was called, oh, I don't know. There are so many. It might have just been called the Angel Oracle. Oh my gosh, they're so crunchy. Did you hear that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but anyway, point being, I have had these a very long time. And I still see them on like US Games website. They are all stuck together. I don't read Lenormand yet. So yeah, I think that they're not going to be of much use to me right now, but I don't know, I've had them such a long time, and since they were my first any sort of oracle deck, and that I should keep them. And I was going to say, I also just like don't mind the illustrations. I think they're kind of cool. Yeah, I think nowadays the deck is just called the Witch Fortune Telling Cards instead of the Gypsy Witch, but I will let you know in the description. Next we have the Cats in the Garden Oracle. I just got this on Etsy this year. Here are the backs. The backs are like, I don't know, not my style, but I don't know. You might argue that like the whole deck isn't my style, but my style is definitely cats. Please focus. There we go. And my style is definitely sun, moon, and rising. And that's what this is. This is a deck of each zodiac sign, sun, moon, and rising, along with a little keyword. Like, how cute is that? I love it. That's me. I'm an Aries moon. Oh, I think I was doing my friends, because that's me. Those are two of my best friends. Yes, yes, yes. How cute. This deck just makes me happy, and I like to like make my friends' birth charts with everything. You can't do a full birth chart, obviously, because it's just sun, moon, and rising. It doesn't talk about houses, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't talk about aspects, but this was just the sweetest deck, and I saw it on Spirited Stardust. Why can't I think of your lovely channel name, Chanel? I think it's Spirited Stardust. The things that I feel like I know without question just like leave my brain so often. And I'm so grateful to her, because I'm so happy to have this deck. Another Oracle mini that I have is the Vibe Check deck. This was an AI deck that was on Kickstarter, and it is just kind of AI dystopian. Not always even dystopian, like scenes, just scenes, sci-fi, cottage. You got some cottage core in there. You got some like retro space age. And it's just a deck to pull out a card and get a vibe. And I love it. Like, some cards look like Miss Havisham, some remind me of like Romeo and Juliet, 1996. Some look like dreams or steampunk or sci-fi. Some look like Blade Runner. Some look like very space age, like mid-century modern, like Mad Men. You know, post-apocalyptic. I can say it. Post-apocalyptic. You know, regrowth. I don't know. Very interesting. 80s, kind of Miami Vice. This was a fun one. I think it was like only a $20 Kickstarter. This is on linen cardstock. The backs are cool. And then we have the Sovereign Oracle, which is an oldie and a favorite by Teresa Pridemore. This is an indie deck. I think there are maybe a couple different versions of the Sovereign Oracle. Mine is to guide creative endeavors. It's a guidance on the go for visionaries and creatives. And it just has these keywords and then a few like notes on each card, and they always resonate so much. I think I first saw this deck on maybe either Ethany or Lisa Pepez's videos early on into like watching TarotTube, and thought, I think I need that. And it was one of those like FOMO moments that like I actually don't regret, even though aesthetically I could like kind of take it or leave it. But I do have an appreciation for the focus on like the words, you know, and how clear and clean they are, easy to read. Like, okay, let's see. Allow. Be curious about any resistance. Commit to releasing any programs of not enough. Help is here and simply waiting for your yes. Authenticity. Who you are now in your entirety is worthy and enough. Resist the urge to pretend. Life is asking for more of your truth. Do it your way. Let's see. Oh, then it has like some like how-to cards, which is cool. Trust. Ask your guides, act faithfully on their messages. Call forth the best in others through your attitude, energy, and expectations. Know that you are supported. It's a great deck. It looks like it was 20 bucks. It was originally printed in 2018. And I think I got this on her website. If it's still in print, again, I will link it. Another deck with the name that we shall not say. I don't know why they keep doing this. I mean, I do know why. That was kind of silly of me. No, I do know where it comes from. I do know why. I just wish that we would rename these things. I usually call this Sibylla Della Zingara or Sibylle Della Bohemienne, which is better than the Gypsy Oracle cards, but it is what it is. This is a Lo Scarabeo deck. I must have dropped it, and that's why my box is kind of yucky. This does come with a little white book. The backs are beautiful. And this is another one. So I don't know, is this one considered? I haven't really looked to see if like this is the same as a Lenormand. I know that there aren't numbers on this one, which would be the biggest difference, but I wonder if the keywords are the same, or if Sibylla is its own system. Tell me if you do use these cards, because I feel like I've heard Sibylla before. Is that like, yeah, is that its own system? I don't know much about like Lenormand and those kinds of things, but I really liked the art style in this. Again, you can see it's like very vintage, and even though you see Victorian figures here, you also see stuff that looks, again, very like this could be 1920s or 1930s home, which I really, really love. And I think that there should be more of that, those decades like in our decks, because that would make me happy. Thank you. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So those are the Oracle cards, or Sibylla Della Zingara. Lo Scarabeo. Okay, let's switch gears. We are going to get into my majors decks. I have just six of them. I really need to get a bag for this. It's very long. This is the Iona Tarot. They're very long. This is a facsimile of the deck because the original deck was, I think there were 12 printed. There were 12 of these made. So yeah, so there was no way I was going to be able to get the real version. It's a very adult themed deck. It's kind of freaky deaky. I really, really like it. I know I started mentioning about nudity before, but just to like drive that home, like if you're on my channel, chances are you're going to see a deck with nudity in it. If you don't like that, maybe not. Like maybe my channel's not the best thing for you to be watching. Yeah, okay, so yes, I got this on Etsy, and this is the Tarot of Iona, or the Iona Tarot. And you can Google it, and there will be more information for you. Next, we have the It's a Truly Magical World Tarot deck. This was a Kickstarter by Bunny Creams, and it is her rendition of different Disney characters. There is a little guidebook, but unfortunately it doesn't talk about the characters themselves, which like really, really bums me out. Like I really wish there would have been some integration of the world, you know? But alas, they are so, so cute. Here are the backs. And the art direction on these is pretty perfect. They are really adorable. They'd be great for, you know, the center of a reading or an altar card. Really amazing. And then they also do some gender bending. So even the male characters are represented as feminine in this deck. Let me find like Jafar, for example. Very cute. That's the It's a Truly Magical World. I do not think that it's still available, but I will check out her website just in case. Next is the Autonomic Tarot. This is something I've wanted for a very long time. I don't know. I was going to say I'm an art junkie, but it's like, do I know that much about art? No. Do I appreciate it? Yes, I do. There is a full deck that's either being created or is already out. I don't know, man. It's just expensive, and I get it, but it's just literally, sorry for the bad pun, but like not in the cards for me right now. I'm just grateful for having this. I got this secondhand. I think I got it on Facebook. It's by Rough Trade Books. You can just Google Autonomic Tarot and it will come up. This company also makes candles, which are really cool. They have like a black glass, like opaque, what do you call it? Container, and then a poured candle inside, and they're kind of like a pillar size, and you can get ones that have the label of like the Magician. I think you can get the Lovers and the Death card, which is really cool. Feels very like kind of postmodern. Don't at me. I did not take any art history classes, so kind of psychedelic, very cool. This feels very Memphis style. That's like an interior design and like furniture style. I don't know if it translates. I'm sure it does, Memphis, like to art. But, oh, I guess I should also say that there are aces in this deck as well. So you have the discs, the aces and the tens? I'm thinking maybe the aces and the tens. Let me see. Because you're like, BB, why are there so many decks when you said it was only... Yeah, so you get 8 major Arcana cards, and you get the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Ace of Discs, the 10 of Discs. I don't really agree with these meanings, but that's fine. So yeah, I think this is like better used as maybe an oracle for me, but I got it for the art, man. And I don't need any other excuse. It's freaking cool and I like it. The next is another tarot. I love showing this deck on my channel. It was also a Kickstarter deck maybe a couple years ago by a French artist. So the company she collaborated with was Image Format, and it is by Mathilde Morinier, Rosemary NUS on Instagram. And it is kind of like a cardboard embossed, I don't know if this is considered embossing, I think it is, collage? Question mark? It's a very, very cool deck. Tactilely, it feels amazing. It's modern, but minimal, so stylish. I love this deck. This is the And Other Tarot. I think this would be great, like, these would be great altar cards as well. We have come to the second to last majors and minis. It is the Gothic Tarot. I bought this secondhand. It is missing the Magician card, which is a bummer, but I've had people offer, oh, here are the backs. I've had people offer to send me the image so that I can print it. I'm just lazy, and it'll bother me more if I have a card that isn't like exactly like all the other cards as far as the lamination, because it's really glossy, and the shape and all, like, etc., etc. So it's like I don't want it if it's not perfect. Like, I'd rather it not be there. And I've been using actually like this title card or that, or maybe this one. I use one of these and just make that the Magician. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get a different deck, but this is a collage, a picture collage, analog, obviously. Let me see. Let's see some information about it before I just shuffle it off the table. It's by Layla Wendell, or Wendell. I do not know how to pronounce it. It was from 1998. 1,000 were printed. And it's really cool. New Orleans, I mean, that's not surprising for a beautiful, you know, cemetery themed deck. But I really love this one, and I saw this, I think, originally on Catamancy Tarot's channel. Okay, last one is our Golden Visconti Tarot. This one, I think I first saw on Rose Honey Rituals channel, and this Leo Rising loves a gilded deck. So if it's golden and it's medieval, it's kind of a surefire yes for me. Very magical, almost Christmassy, you know? Has that been out of focus this entire time? Here, we'll do a rewind. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Anyway, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more deck collection videos. I have a collection of about 200 decks. And I will be showing them all, or if not most of them, on this channel for my 2024 collection, my collection playlist. I want to thank you for being here. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks for being curious. My mom's coming. I gotta go.